Hey, oozes and bunnies. This is a preview of the most recent Party Planning, an extra podcast that the Join the Party crew makes for our Patreon. If you want to listen to the whole thing, go to patreon.com/jointhepartypod. Check out this preview.
This summer on
Big Brother.
That's how the American, originally Dutch television series Big Brother begins, which is in its 26th season of monitoring people's lives 24/7 in a studio set that's been turned into a simulacrum of a home in California. And it is my summer activity, just like Ken's job is beach. Amanda's job is Big Brother live feeds.
It's true.
So today on Party Planning, Julia has enthusiastically consented to hear more about Big Brother from me, which is one of the kindest things a friend can do for another friend.
Mm-hmm.
And also my husband, Eric, has been influenced and exposed.
Unenthusiastically consented.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He has been exposed to Big Brother and is now like, well, I guess I'm kind of invested, so we might as well. Folks, welcome to the panel where in 60 minutes, I'm going to catch you up on something like 20 days of Big Brother.
Wow. I'm excited. Are we currently in week 3, Amanda?
It is week 3. That's right. We're coming up on day, I think day 21 in the house.
And
Yes.
it's it's 90 days.
It's about 90 days.
That's so wild. I think also, and I think I would want to talk about this like in the larger reality show universe of how Big Brother is so like, it's like looking at a protozoa, Julia.
Yes.
Or looking at a single-celled organism. You're like, you go, girl. I love that you evolved. Like,
I know.
incredible.
Let's
go,
go,
girls.
But it's true. It's like looking at a hermit crab, like, wow, you really do have your house
Yeah,
there, bud.
It's like looking at a hermit crab. As we as humans, which I would say
The vast majority of us are.
the vast majority of reality shows that are like sophisticated, they've beefed it. I think that Survivor has gotten way out over its skis. Drag Race is just a money printing machine for RuPaul and for people to call Ru Mama Ru, which apparently feeds her life force. It's almost like and Andy Cohen is getting way too big for his britches.
That's why I need to replace him. We know.
And yes, that's true. So I just think it's spinning out almost, and it's nice looking at something so simple.
Yeah.
I hate this show. I think it's stupid. Do I think it's probably one of the best reality shows out there right now in 2024? The year of the reboot and the navel gazing of all IP? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Big Brother has no artifice. Big Brother is like, we're going to lock 16 to 20 people in this very cold set. It's so cold on Big Brother all the time because there's a lot of cameras. And there's no artifice. Like each week, one person wins power. They put 2 people up. One of them has a chance to come off if they want. And then their housemates vote someone out. And then the last person standing wins money. There's no we're not pretending that this is like an undercover boss situation. We're not pretending that we're surviving in the elements. No, it's just about how well can you be liked and how well can you win competitions. And at the end of the day, 90 days have passed and, then you win almost $1 million. So, Julia, what is your interest in Big Brother apart from being interested in me and my interests?
It's mostly that. But then I also have pretty bad insomnia. And one of the things that tends to trend on Tumblr at 3 o'clock in the morning is Big Brother because everyone's watching the live feeds.
Yes.
So sometimes I click through and I'm like, who said what? What's going on? And that makes me feel involved, even though I don't have to spend any other additional time on it.
I'm actually really grateful we're talking about this now as the Olympics are wrapping up, because watching Big Brother over the summer feels like the Olympics because there's something going on at all times. Right. You can scroll your timeline, your social media app, and be like, oh, interesting. Didn't know much about discus, but glad that guy won. And at any moment, you can just kind of have it on in the background. You can watch clips later, and then maybe you watch the edited broadcast, on NBC primetime maybe you just watch clips on Twitter. But it is very, very similar to that, where at any given moment of the day, they literally stream 24/7 almost from a number of cameras in the Big Brother house. It's on a short delay. So anytime somebody, I don't know, hums copyrighted music or starts talking badly about production or CBS or disgraced former head of CBS, Les Moonves, they cut the feeds and they go away.
Oh, you mean husband of host Julie Chen Moonves?
Exactly.
Is that a conflict of interest?
Who conveniently found Christ after her husband was proved to be a sex pest. Yeah.
So funny.
You know what the problem is, Amanda? I do not think I could ever be on Big Brother because I am almost 24/7 humming copyrighted music to myself.
Julie just humming the Halloween music to yourself while you're doing anything.
Yeah.
Do, 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 do. Yeah, I think Jeremy should be on the block.
Exactly. But it's a wonderful mix of like human interest. We're just like, I'm going to convey to you today, just people are wild. People have wild opinions and thoughts and feelings. They say things that they think are normal and you're like, oh, baby. And it's incredibly fun. And then second, strategery and strategic gameplay, where I'll explain a little bit about the mechanics of how the house works. Big Brother will throw in stupid twists that no one needs. And then the folks have to react. So it's really fun. It's like when you can watch your faves come together, like there's no better feeling than that. And also sometimes people admit that they want to marry their brother. So I
need to talk about this one.
Yep. What is that?
Yeah.
Oh, Eric, that was the one that like threw me for a loop last night. Last night, 2 nights ago when I was awake at 3 a.m.
Oh my God.
All right.
I didn't even catch up with this. Do we need to set any like other parameters of like what is Big Brother, or you're going to do that?
I think you described it pretty well.
I know.
What
I
else do you think has to be set?
No, I just think that the feeds are really important, and also, so there's ostensibly a host who is Julie Chen Moonves.
She doesn't watch the show, barely cares.
Yeah, she is so
for her.
robotic, and it's just so funny.
She can't read a teleprompter. She can't read cue cards.
That's
and,
impressive.
It's like, baby, you've done this for 25 seasons. Like, what's happening?
No, I'm just thinking. My favorite thing about it is that it is a simulacrum of a house on the back lot.
Yes.
It's almost like you said it's no artifice, it's all artifice, so therefore it's no artifice. Like,
especially this year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, 100%. It might be AI artifice, Julie.
Yes, you can't spell artifice without AI. So this year on Big Brother, the theme is AI already. I hate it. And so basically the theme is, I'm going to bring up a visual aid here where we do have all of the cast. Beautiful.
Extremely helpful.
These are our 16 house guests. And the theme this year is AI, like I was saying.
I think that you should pay $5 more to our Patreon to use the video. I really do.
You should see these people. It's interesting.
Yeah, I will give recommendations, but there's nothing like looking at these photos, which look like, because they're people you've never seen before, it just looks like a face mash, like when that used to be a thing. But this year they had this like very stupid gambit that nobody needed on the opening night, where they're like, oh, you can vote in a 17th house guest, but it was obviously a TikTok star they played to voice quote unquote AI, which is just production putting in more twists. They have a very creepy like blue outline of their AI called Ainsley. We've revealed that in a previous personally. It's very scary.
I don't like her.
No, I hate it so much. I hate that her name is Ainsley because her name starts with AI.
Yeah, it's bad.
And that's pretty rude. I love the, like, you know, everyone's talking about Tim Walz as like what you wish. Oh, there she is. There's Ainsley.
There she is.
Oh,
Not sponsored by Duracell. Get out of here.
Or Wells Fargo, for that matter.
Or Wells Fargo.
Yeah, but this is the woman on the right is just a regular TikTok star. She was wearing blue and silver and very glittery makeup. And then on the left is Ainsley, a terrible 3D model that they have only paid to say a couple of lines, because most of the time the house guests are reading off of a cue card being like, for a competition, like, Ainsley wants us to find her battery. And it's like they didn't pay for the model to do more speaking. It's very funny.
It's so funny that they have a host where they're trying to unhost it, like Too Hot to Handle or any of those shows that just had like a little Amazon Echo. But like what I love about the vibe of Big Brother is like, what if Facebook was exactly the same except for the boomer brain rot? Like it's just so straight down the middle. No one's trying to do anything, and I kind of like it.
Exactly. The only real relevant part of the AI theme is that they have like an AI designed house, which is pretty funny. This is what, a lot of the rooms look like.
So much.
I have to know what that bed on the left feels like, because it looks like it's just a cardboard box.
So, Julia, another of the sort of like conventions of Big Brother is that every week some of them are have-nots, where they have to eat like basically protein powder oatmeal called slop, and sleep in uncomfortable beds. They have to take cold showers. Yeah,
it sucks.
It's
sucks
again
so
very,
much.
very proto-reality TV, where initially it was peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, but that's just regular for a lot of us, and they were like, that's not bad enough, so they made it slop. So they're essentially stress testing these poor people by having them under very bright set lights, keeping it extremely cold, and then making them vote one another out each week. And so I'm going to go person by person to tell you just like the wildest facts about each of these 16 house guests.
Gotcha.
And that's a party to me, baby.
I like the
Let's do
casting
it.
here though, because it's almost like they're not. I know some people here are trying to be influencers, but it's almost like you were talking about how people say wild stuff, but only because like cameras have been on them for so long. I feel like people are so used to being filmed that there's like a lowercase c conservatism that everyone does in public.
Yeah.
So it's almost like we're spending enough time to break through and bring the real people.
yeah.
Which was the whole point of reality shows in the first place.
Like, imagine being on vacation and 3 weeks into your vacation, like you forget that the Airbnb has a security camera. And so you're like walking around scratching your butt like that. It's very much that. So let's begin in the top left. This is Cameron. The most odious person in last year's Big Brother was also called Cam, which is not this Cam's fault. He is a young black man with very close cut hair. He was a college athlete and is now a physical trainer. And a PT. Physical therapy person. And he's very sweet. So it's going to be very important here, all of the crushes that are happening in this house. There is like a pentagram of crushes. There is like a 5 or 6 way unrequited crush circle. That is important for you to know that finally last night, the sneck met his tail because there was a little embrace.
Finally.
There was a weird neck kiss and giggling situation that happened.
So
Thank you, Ouroboros.
Yes.
Appreciate you.
That was great. My favorite part was the accent work. If you like that, you gotta hear the rest of Party Planning by joining the Patreon at patreon.com/jointhepartypod.